Lesson 1. Heal yourself. Use philosophy to remedy the afflictions of your mind. Identifying the chief anxieties and fears that plague us, he points to the dread of the future and remorse over the past as the primary sources of suffering. To eradicate once and for all two elements, fear of future suffering and recollection of past suffering, since the latter no longer concerns me and the former does not yet. Seneca. Future suffering. Why do we dread future suffering? Our brains designed to predict the future once served us well, but modern life no longer demands a constant fear of death. Excessive anxiety about the future leads to despair and torment. Remember, when faced with adversity in the future, you possess the strength not only to endure but also to emerge stronger. As an exercise, when confronting a challenging situation, tell yourself, perhaps one day this sorrow might bring delight. Past suffering. Why do we harbor regrets about the past? Our desire to avoid repeating mistakes fuels this regret. Imagine reflecting on the past, learning from it, and moving forward without dwelling. Many of us suffer from a mental glitch, a perpetual loop of negative memories that haunt us. This is a malady that demands erasure, freeing our minds from these haunting phantoms to progress in our lives. Overcoming past regrets involves reminding oneself that everything happens for a reason. Embrace the philosophy of having no regrets, acknowledging that decisions made in the past were the best given the information available then. How to heal yourself. True healing for the mind lies in seeking professional help, studying philosophy, or engaging in mental training to rewire your thought patterns. Consider that our mental afflictions are akin to a curable disease. Suffering, anxiety, and fear are concepts confined to the human mind. Rewiring our minds to cultivate resilience, shun regret, and discard the fear of the future renders us invincible. Lesson 2. Learn how to stay in one spot. Everywhere means nowhere. Seneca. Authentic happiness resides within in my heart and in my personal perspective. Regardless of my geographical shifts, my problems persist. Genuine happiness demands contentment where we are, making the most of our current circumstances. Seneca's wisdom warns against constant movement, declaring, "A plant that is moved too often can never grow." He emphasizes the necessity for a soul transformation over a mere change of climate, stating, "You need a change of soul rather than a change of climate." The misconception that travel or relocation resolves our problems is debunked by Seneca. He urges us to confront challenges head-on, emphasizing, "You must lay aside the burdens of the mind. Until you do this, no place will satisfy you." Becoming enslaved to a specific location is another pitfall. While comfort may be found in a particular home or city, Seneca advises against becoming a slave to that place. He wisely asserts, "To live well is found everywhere." While travel enriches our lives with cultural experiences and broadens our perspectives, it is not a panacea for life's challenges. True happiness emanates from within, shaped by our perception of the world, gratitude for friends and family, and the meaningful work we engage in. Lesson 3. It is never too late. A tree can be transplanted no matter how many years old it is. Seneca. A prevalent saying asserts that old dogs can't learn new tricks, but let's dismiss that notion outright. Contemporary psychological research underscores the brain's remarkable malleability and its inherent plasticity that allows for change. Your destiny lies within your grasp, subject to your ability to alter actions, thoughts, and perceptions. Age should never serve as an excuse or deterrent, especially considering the metaphorical guidance offered by transplanting a tree. Much like a tree, deeply rooted in years of growth, individuals can undergo significant shifts and changes, defying the notion that age limits one's capacity for transformation. The key lies in recognizing the brain's plasticity, its ability to adapt and rewire itself throughout life. Let the metaphor of transplanting a tree inspire your actions and shape your future. Just as a tree can be uprooted and replanted regardless of its age, so too can individuals embark on transformative journeys, irrespective of their life stage. It is never too late to learn new tricks, cultivate new habits, and steer one's life in a different direction. The canvas of your destiny remains open for creative reinterpretation, regardless of the chapters that have come before. Lesson 4. Don't waste your time. Among Seneca's writings, On the Shortness of Life resonates profoundly, serving as a poignant reminder of life's brevity and the urgency to make every moment count. Seneca's words echo with vigor. He who bestows all of his time on his own needs, who plans out every day as if it were his last, neither longs for nor fears the morrow. He rebukes the folly of those who incessantly toil, anticipating happiness in a distant retirement around age 60. Can anything be sillier than the point of view of certain people? I mean those who boast of their foresight. They keep themselves very busy, engaged in order that they may be able to live better. They spend life making ready to live. Seneca advocates for living in the present, discouraging the postponement of happiness to an elusive future. They form their purposes with a view to the distant future, yet postponement is the greatest waste of life. It deprives them of each day as it comes. It snatches from them the present by promising something hereafter. He likens time to a rushing stream, urging youths to drink deeply from the stream of life, as it won't flow indefinitely. Why do you delay? Why are you idle? Unless you seize the day, it flees. Even though you seize it, it still will flee. Therefore you must vie with time's swiftness in the speed of using it, and as from a torrent that rushes by and will not always flow, you must drink quickly. Many only grasp life's brevity in old age, often on their deathbeds. Decrepit old men beg in their prayers for the addition of a few more years. They pretend that they are younger than they are. They comfort themselves with a falsehood and are as pleased to deceive themselves as if they deceived fate at the same time. Why do we wait until the twilight of life to appreciate its value? Why wait until we are old and on our deathbeds before we realize how short and valuable life is? To truly accomplish greatness, we must dedicate all our time to personal development, master our skills, and meet our own needs. As an exercise, he prompts us to imagine ourselves facing mortality every evening for a week, to contemplate how we would live differently. The key is learning to say no to unfulfilling pursuits and fiercely guarding our time as our most invaluable treasure, more precious than wealth. Every day inches us closer to our eventual end. Money can be replenished, but time is an unrenewable resource, a truth worth internalizing. Lesson 5. Take action. The duty and proof in life are in action. Seneca. In the intricate tapestry of life, it's common to be filled with grand ideas yet struggle to translate them into tangible actions. Ideas often linger as mere words, overshadowed by a reluctance to take the necessary steps forward. Seneca's wisdom resonates, underscoring that life itself is an embodiment of action. Without action, the potential for change, both in our lives and the lives of others, remains untapped. Studying philosophy provides a reservoir of noble ideas, but their transformative power lies in converting them from mere words into tangible deeds. Seneca emphasizes this transformative process, stating, "We shall learn them so that words may turn into deeds." While good ideas abound, they hold little value without accompanying action. Action is the rare catalyst that breathes life into dormant concepts. How to catalyze change in your life? Amidst dreams, hopes, and aspirations, the challenge is to infuse life with action. Consider a photography project as an example. The first action doesn't require grandeur, simply capture the initial photo. Launching a business follows a similar principle. The first step might be a phone call, exploring funding options, or initiating online sales. Progress begins with the smallest, most tangible action. The hurdle to action often lies in the fear of failure. Yet, with each stride taken, courage grows. The realization that one controls their destiny and has the power to shape the future propels a transformative shift. Confront the fear of inaction by embracing the truth. You hold the reins to create your own future. The time to initiate change is now. Lesson 6. Cultivate your own acclaim. Be your own spectator. Seek your own applause. Seneca. In our human quest for approval, a dilemma arises. The more we crave others' affirmation, the more we find ourselves enslaved to their opinions. Achieving unanimous approval is an unattainable feat, making us perpetual slaves to external judgments. Seneca's wisdom urges us to redirect our focus. Instead of tirelessly seeking the applause of others, we should prioritize pleasing ourselves. This entails living in alignment with our personal code of ethics and morals, engaging in work that holds personal significance, and resisting the allure of popular opinions. If we find satisfaction in our actions, lifestyle, and endeavors, why do we persist in seeking external applause? Reflect on Seneca's sagacious counsel. Put aside the opinion of the world. It is always wavering. The ever-shifting nature of public opinion makes it an unreliable guide for our choices. Take a moment to gaze into the mirror. Does the person staring back at you evoke a sense of satisfaction? If the answer is affirmative, forge ahead, guided by your instincts, heart, and soul. However, if a hint of dissatisfaction lingers, consider what changes can be made to align your life with the person you aspire to become. The key lies in self-reflection and a commitment to your personal journey. Lesson 7. Don't become a slave of wealth. Avoid becoming enslaved by wealth as advised by Seneca, once among the wealthiest in the Roman Empire, yet choose a modest existence. His approach to wealth was unique. He maintained it but lived each day as if it could vanish, granting him the freedom to ponder life without succumbing to the chains of affluence. Observing the insatiable desires of the wealthy in ancient Rome, Seneca questioned the essence of true wealth and poverty. His profound insight declares, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Constant yearning perpetuates a state of poverty, fueled by unfulfilled desires. True wealth, according to Seneca, lies in satisfaction and contentment, finding inner serenity with one's possessions and resisting the urge to covet what others have. He cautions against accumulating ornamental items, emphasizing the value of owning things that are genuinely useful. Seneca's wisdom extends to the transient nature of desire. He notes that the moment we desire something else, our appreciation for our current possessions wanes. Men cease to possess all things the moment they desire all things for their own, he warns, highlighting the ephemeral nature of material wants. In the modern world, basic necessities are easily attainable, yet society grapples with an insatiable appetite for luxury. Seneca urges us to eschew unnecessary extravagances, emphasizing that indispensable things require no elaborate acquisition efforts, whereas luxuries demand excess. Acknowledging personal susceptibilities to marketing and branding, Seneca challenges the need for constant acquisition. Basic blessings, affordable food, reasonable rent, and accessible devices are abundant, prompting reflection on why a desire for more persists. Seneca proposes a radical shift in perspective, embracing a life content with fundamentals and relinquishing the incessant pursuit of material possessions. Redirecting time, effort, and resources toward self-improvement and altruism becomes the focal point of this transformative approach. While Seneca recognizes the utility of wealth, he underscores the importance of using it wisely. Beyond a certain threshold, accumulating more wealth may complicate rather than enhance life. The essence lies in having enough for life's basics, prompting contemplation on how setting financial limits could redirect time, energy, and effort toward more meaningful pursuits. Lesson 8. Value freedom above everything else. If you set a high value on liberty, you must put a small value on everything else. Seneca. In the modern narrative, the common belief suggests that the key to happiness is money. However, this premise is a fallacy. What we truly crave is freedom. The misconception persists that financial abundance equates to the freedom to pursue our every whim. Yet reality paints a different picture. Numerous billionaires find themselves ensnared by the demands of their businesses, incessant emails, constant phone calls, and the expectations of others. Authentic freedom extends beyond financial prosperity. It transcends the notion of unrestricted actions, but rather embodies the power to shape our lives without succumbing to external pressures. It signifies the ability to chart our own course, unrestricted by the shackles of desire, control, money, wealth, or unnecessary luxury. Consider the essence of genuine freedom, the liberty to determine our schedules and avoid becoming slaves to the whims of others or societal expectations. It is crucial to acknowledge that freedom doesn't imply unrestricted actions. We are bound by the laws that govern society. Reflecting on my personal experiences, I recognize that the true beauty of working for myself lies in the freedom it affords. This isn't merely about working remotely or setting my own hours. It is about the liberation from a hierarchical structure, the absence of a boss dictating my every move, and the freedom to choose when and where to work. Freedom in its essence stands as a universal aspiration. Yet the question remains, how can one cultivate more freedom in their life? This may involve intentional decisions to spend fewer hours in a conventional office setting, liberating oneself from the constant influx of emails by uninstalling them from phones, or reassessing desires for unnecessary luxuries. The concept of freedom varies for each individual. It's a deeply personal notion that goes beyond a mere absence of constraints. What does freedom mean to you? Take a moment to inscribe your interpretation and contemplate actionable steps to manifest this coveted freedom in your life. True freedom isn't an abstract ideal but a tangible reality that can be sculpted and pursued. It is a journey, a conscious decision to navigate life unburdened by unnecessary constraints and limitations. As Seneca wisely suggests, when liberty holds the highest value, everything else assumes a lesser significance. Lesson 9. Live for others. You must live for your neighbor if you would live for yourself. Seneca. What is the true purpose of life? It lies in empowering others, extending a helping hand to friends, community members, and particularly those who are less fortunate and weaker than yourself. True happiness is found in being beneficial to your fellow humankind and treating others as you would wish to be treated. Seneca eloquently states, "There is no such thing as good or bad fortune for the individual. We live in common." This ethos underscores the interconnectedness of our existence. Living for others also entails sharing your heart generously. Many individuals navigate life feeling sad, miserable, and lost, craving the warmth of love. Despite occasional feelings of being unloved or encountering resentment, Seneca offers a timeless truth. If you would be loved, love. While it's essential to secure life's essentials through hard work, even in challenging circumstances, there's always an opportunity to aid others. Acts of assistance can transcend monetary or material resources. Often, it is the heart's generosity that makes the most profound impact. Consider, regardless of your life situation, how you can contribute to others. Whether through offering advice, providing a listening ear, or offering a simple gesture like a hug, your ability to help others goes beyond financial means. Reflect on how you can enrich the lives of those around you today. Lesson 10. Speak less, but ensure that is of high quality. In a world inundated with noise, where words flow ceaselessly like a raging river, Seneca's wisdom shines as a beacon, a timeless reminder to cherish the profound impact of carefully chosen words. Our modern age often extols the virtue of constant communication, as if the sheer volume of words could convey significance. Yet Seneca challenges us to transcend this cacophony, urging us to place paramount importance on the quality rather than the quantity of our speech. Consider the power vested in words when they are not merely a stream of chatter, but rather a deliberate, thoughtful expression. It is the difference between a torrential downpour and a nourishing rain. One drowns in excess, the other nurtures and sustains. Seneca's counsel extends beyond mere verbal economy. It touches on the essence of meaningful communication. It prompts us to recognize that the impact of our words is not solely determined by their abundance, but by their ability to resonate, inspire, and linger in the minds of others. In a world captivated by the allure of constant chatter, Seneca's call for quality over quantity serves as a counter-cultural manifesto. It encourages us to resist the superficial allure of perpetual talk and instead cultivate a mastery of language that captivates, enlightens, and, above all, contributes value. The notion of speaking less but with greater impact challenges us to be intentional in our communication. It beckons us to hone the art of active listening, ensuring that when we do speak, our words carry weight and relevance. In an age where attention spans waver, the ability to convey profound thoughts succinctly becomes a skill of immense value. Consider the metaphor of a well-tuned instrument. The virtuoso musician does not bombard the audience with an incessant barrage of notes, but crafts a symphony with each tone meticulously chosen. Similarly, our words can be the notes that compose the symphony of our interactions, leaving a lasting impression. To imbibe Seneca's wisdom, it is essential to pause, reflect, and discern the true essence of our message before letting words escape. This intentional approach transforms communication into a meaningful exchange rather than a mere exchange of words. In the digital age, where tweets and posts clamor for attention, the concept of speaking less with greater impact gains renewed relevance. It is a call to be discerning curators of our own expressions, realizing that brevity, when coupled with substance, possesses a unique potency. Ultimately, Seneca's timeless advice challenges us to become architects of language, crafting our verbal expressions with the precision of a sculptor and the insight of a sage. In an era dominated by the cacophony of incessant communication, the ability to speak less but with profound quality emerges as a virtue of enduring significance. Seneca's philosophy becomes a compass, steering us towards a life rich in meaning, purpose, and the pursuit of true freedom.